Hey, it's an episode of Bob Saget's Here for You, and I'm really happy to have somebody on right now and have a conversation with a friend of mine who's an incredibly talented comedian, Jay Pharoah, and you might know him from a lot of things. He's a great comedian. If you ever see him on tour, once we can get out again, you got to go see him. He's hilarious and super talented. He's got a movie coming out. It's out right now. It's called 2 Minutes of Fame. And it's with Cat Williams, but he is a really, really special guy. Of course, you might know him from Saturday Night Live, but we had an experience together that we'll be talking about that was pretty special, and he's had something happen to him recently that you might know about because it was all over the news, and we're going to talk about that too. Here's Jay Pharoah. Well, I am really happy. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Pharoah and I are going to have a conversation.
Hey.
And we have, I would call it a friendship. I would say we're more than acquaintances, because if we were to see each other 2 years ago, when did we do the Alley Coalition thing in Austin?
Yeah, that was 2015. That was 5 years ago almost.
So that's 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
And if we ran into each other 2 years later, 3 years later, it doesn't matter. We'd just be hugging and going right back to that.
Without a doubt. Yeah. VA love, man. Bob, you're from Norfolk, Virginia, right?
And you're from Chesapeake.
I'm from Chesapeake, 757 in the building. When I was a little kid, I never thought Danny Tanner was from our hometown.
Norfolk. We don't drink, we don't smoke, Norfolk.
Nah, we don't smoke Norfolk.
That's the older than the hills. What were you doing? Were you raised down there? Your whole family down there?
Yeah, man.
Everybody asked if I was a Navy brat, but I was not.
Yeah, no, it's not a Navy brat. Both my parents work for the government, but yeah, man, I was down there for 22 years, and then when I was 22, I got SNL, so I left. I mean, I was on the road already escaping, using the road as a timeshare. But yeah, man.
And you did stand up for years before of the 6 years you did on SNL, right?
Yeah, I did stand up. So I started doing stand up when I was 16. So
same here.
Yeah, really?
Except I couldn't do impressions. You're like you can do anybody.
Yeah, man. Tekashi 6ix9ine is a fun one for me to do, Bob. Because he looks like he got his scout whip with a My Little Pony doll. You ever seen?
Like somebody assaulted this man with a pack of colorific markers.
He's like, yo, people are stupid. Like, I'd be mad if I came out of like jail and like I was able to get like 2 million people in my chat room and I was a rat, I'd be mad too. I'd be wild, man. I'd be so mad for you bum ass niggas. I'd be so mad. But like, you shouldn't be mad at me because if you follow, maybe you should rat too. I'm a big rat. Like Splinter and Chuck E. Cheese.
I have needed to talk to you. Holy crap.
Man.
What's
happening? What's
happening is I'm watching the news, and then you're promoting your movie called 2 minutes, 10 minutes of 2 minutes of fame.
2 minutes of fame.
And I watched the trailer, and it's really great.
Thank you, man.
It's really great. You're such a good actor. I've been watching you in a bunch of stuff. Your Showtime series you were great on. And I was like, and that was after we played together. Just so people know, we were in Austin doing this thing for the Alley Coalition, which is a great organization, and it's LGB. I always get the letters messed up because it's either it's either questioning or queer. They change it, but LG. What is it?
LGBTQ community.
Right.
I think. And S and R.
I think I made a mistake that night because I said that was my locator number on my airline flight. And it's just a joke. I fuck up so much. I fuck up, but you know me. I mean, I'm like, we took to each other right away. Yeah. I mean, and you crushed much too hard before I went on, but I loved you so. You crushed. It was not an easy evening, but so receptive and loving. and Vanessa Bayer was there, and a lot of
Yes.
really great people performed.
Yes.
And the audience was I was so honored to be asked to be part of that. But you did,
Man, you were
did
great,
crush.
man.
I was watching
Thank
it
you,
going,
man.
well, you do. You're an amazing, talented man. I just don't understand what, and you talk about it. Are you talking about it too much? What happened to you? Because it's
No. Listen. If I could
no,
be,
it's fun. No, it's so much fun.
look. If I could be a mouthpiece that try to incite some change, man, I'll definitely be that. And I really feel like my experience has bridged the gap with a lot of the people, especially for the folks that I know who are Caucasian, who have had nobody in a position like that. They're saying, like, for the police harassment to happen to you, and for your story to be out there like that, it kind of puts it in perspective for all of us, where we don't understand what's happening, but we want to understand what's happening, but we feel connected to you because you're close to us, So for the people that don't know the story, I was exercising. I was running down Ventura. At this time, my run tracker app was telling me to walk. So I was on a resting point. I was walking across Corbin and Ventura, and to the left of me, I see this police officer with his gun drawn. And I'm like, holy smokes, whoever he's going after is about to get it. Let me get my phone out so I can record. Bob, the police officer was looking at me, told me to get on the ground, spread your arms out like you're in an airplane. I'm totally, I don't know what's happening at this point. I'm like, okay. So everybody who comes into this section of Corbin and Ventura has to get down on the ground because I'm innocent and I didn't do anything. Officer has his gun. Other 3 officers pull up. They got their guns out. The other gentleman in front, other white gentleman, he didn't have a gun. He got on top, gets on top of me. Cop gets on top of me, puts his knee on me, puts my arms in cuffs. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you handcuffing me? He's like, yeah, I'm handcuffing you. You get arrested. I'm like, for what? You match the description of a gentleman who was running from the cops who has on a gray sweatshirt and gray sweatpants.
And he's talking to you while his knee is on your neck?
No, yeah. If you see the conversation, if you see the video, I'm lit when I turn my head and I go like this. I say, why are you putting me in cuffs? At that point, he was like, yo, yeah, you're being detained. And you see all the cops around me, and you see my head going like this. I'm like, what did I do? And that's when the situation was being explained to me. No. At that point, they were telling me to get up. They were like, get up. I was like, I can't get up. I'm in cuffs. I need some help. So they pull me up, and that's when they explained to me what's going on. You're being detained. You match the description of a suspect. And I'm like, get the hell out of here, man. I'm like, yo, if you look in your Google right now and you Google Jay Pharoah, you see that you're making a terrible mistake. A couple minutes later, as I'm in cuffs, and they've already asked me questions. They're like, do you want to sit on the side? I'm like, no, I don't want to sit on the side. It's Corona, bro. It's Corona. First,
and they didn't have masks on. They had nothing.
Y'all don't have masks on. Y'all don't have gloves on. None of this is right now. None of it is.
And you've never had this happen to you in your whole life. You said you've never
bro.
anything like
never.
That.
I've never had guns aimed at me from police officers. I've never been detained. I'm a law-abiding citizen, so I'm not thinking.
And you're an amazing guy. It's like the opposite. I mean, it's fucking painful.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm gonna let you chime. You can go ahead and chime in, bro. But from what I had on, like, Bob, check this out, man. I got sweatpants on. I got on an exercise shirt. I got on a hoodie. I got on my headphones.
Nice headphones.
Yeah, thank you. These right here. Bose are better than Beats. Forget
They
Beats.
should be.
I like
You
Dr.
should get
Dre.
them in the Smithsonian after this.
Take
make 'em-
this, put it,
And then have a picture. Run the footage on a
lights.
loop. What was that high angle shot? Was that security footage from the building?
I was security footage because there was a gentleman who was recording the whole ordeal across the street at the liquor store, who two civilians who were coming by said, yo, we saw what happened. You didn't even look suspicious at all. You looked like you were exercising. There was no reason for them to mess with you like that. But apparently there was a guy across the street at the liquor store who was recording the whole ordeal. They said they drove up to me as I'm walking back doing my whole Instagram rant because I just felt so grotesque, and I was so enraged about what was going on. I was expressing my frustration to all of my fans on Instagram. I took the video. Of course, the video wouldn't be up now anyway, but the video's down. You know what I'm saying? Not the video of the security footage and everything, that's up, but the initial video of me doing the Instagram video, that's down now.
Did you take it down or did they take it down?
No, they didn't take it down. No, I took it down. It was 24 hours. I had it up.
Because you were so emotional, you didn't want to be seeing that kind of emotion.
Right.
But
so these two civilians. Okay, go ahead, Bob.
Well, there's so many things that upset me so deeply. Because I don't understand racism. I support everything. I mean, Black Lives Matter. Michael Che said it so great. All we're asking for is that we matter. It's like that's
the minimum.
That's the starting point. I mean, I'm paraphrasing.
That's what's setting the bar at. The minimum.
I mean, holy shit. Yeah. And I didn't think any of this was possible, but we need to move the boulder so that so that things change. For my kids are furious. They're so hurt over this.
Oh wow.
But you are a guy. This is what's so horrific. They abuse you. They profile you. They are. It's. You look like another guy, so we're going to do this to you. And And the weirdest part is, once you tell them who you are because you're famous, you got that little get out of jail free card, which is I mean, thank God for you, but that's fucking bullshit.
Thank God for Lorne Michaels.
Exactly. Thank you, Lorne.
Bull, man.
But that's what probably helped get you out of it quicker, right?
Possibly. But here's the possibly, because like I said, I did say what I said and I was released. I don't know what would have happened if I was somebody else and I didn't have my position. I don't know what would have happened. But I do know if that Run Tracker app would have had me run through that scene at that time, and I had my headphones on and I was in my zone and I was running instead of walking, I know for certain I would have got shot. And I know the headline would have read, Black man resists police, gets killed in Tarzana, California. So my story.
And you would have been shot in the back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's because I wouldn't have heard any. These are noise canceling headphones.
No, because
I was lucky enough to be able to to be able to see the cop in my peripheral. Because if I didn't, man, the guns were out, Bob. The guns were out. It would have been a wrap. And then I wouldn't even be able to speak on what would have happened. I wouldn't have been able to speak on it. It would have just been black man resists arrest, gets shot by the police.
Well, it would have been Jay Pharoah. That's what they would have done.
Eventually.
Pretty quick.
Eventually. But the first couple of
within
reports,
6 hours, you would have had the normal TMZ bullshit, all that horribleness. And then, well, thank God.
Yeah, man. The horrificness of that situation, man. Just where it could have been, it could be emotionally taxing. I'm not a person who trips off of what could have happened. I
I'm glad I have my life, and I'm glad that the situation didn't go the other way. And I'm not an Ahmaud Arbery, or I'm not a George Floyd. I'm a different breed. I can talk about it. I can tell people what to do. Well, not what to do, but how to coerce police harassment when they do mess with you. Know the laws, so they can't pull anything on you. Be mindful. Just be mindful of your surroundings. It would be worth it to take a criminal justice class just to understand the constituents of everything they're trying to say to you. And I'll tell anybody this, man, just be careful. Just be careful out there, and just be wise, be shrewd. And it says it in the Bible, man. This is a Bible verse. It says, be as crafty as a serpent, but gentle as a dove. Do that. I've seen so many videos where police officers have, they've tried to detain white people. And let's say that person didn't want to be detained, attacking the police officer. And the police officer's running. I'm like, yo, that would never happen if it was the other way around. And that's the problem. It's basic human rights and civility. It's like, yo, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your financial bracket. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're an innocent person, a Black person in America, this can't happen to you. And that's what needs to change. If somebody is guilty, they're guilty. But I should never feel as a Black American that I am guilty until proven innocent, where other folks get innocent until proven guilty. That's not fair. It's really not fair.
Not at all.
So, and 2020 is living up to its name, man. It really is.
It's a hunk of shit in a bucket.
And people are finally starting to see it.
Yeah.
With 2020 vision, clearly.
Well, it trickles down from the top, and a lot of evil was spread, and a lot of hate has been spread the past few years, and it's always been there. But when you get a cheerleader for hate, and
oh yes, the amount of people who were conservative with their racism that feel like now they can come out with it. Now it's radical. They feel emboldened. They feel like they can do whatever they want to do.
Every reaction has the opposite reaction. So, but the fact that the needle's getting moved, and the fact that voices are getting heard, and I know it's not nearly enough what needs to be done, but it's very hard to move people 50 years ahead in 2 years. Right. But that's kind of what has to happen.
Right.
It kind of has to happen, because otherwise, what world are we leaving our kids? Do you have any kids? Do you have kids?
No, I pull out. I'm good.
You pull out.
I strap up.
But don't you know there can still be drippage? You could still have.
But Bob, I 100% bro. I'm good. I have no kids.
How bad are you dying to do stand up?
I am so hungry to get back on stage. I've been writing so much. I feel like this is the perfect time to talk about what the hell I've been going through. Like Bob, I can't do my next special and not talk about this.
No, you must.
National news. I have to talk about it.
We're all going to talk about whatever our situation is. I have 10 minutes of being racially profiled as a Jew in Norfolk, Virginia when I was 6. And when I'm 64, so we had segregated bathrooms. And I didn't know what that was at 6 years old. I didn't understand it. And my dad was in tears about it because he didn't know how to explain it to me because he was a good man. And so that was a piece I've been working on for about a year. I was ready to do a special this year, and it had a lot of talk of racism in it, and a lot of talk of just what's wrong with people, because I felt so much division. And coincidentally, it seemed to have happened in the past 3 years, even though it's been there forever. Mm-hmm. We have a cheerleader that's not a cheerleader, cheerleader for himself.
Right.
I'm great, biggest crowd ever. Did you see
9,000 people? 6,000 people showed up.
Yeah.
Out of them, out of the millions and the millions of people that were supposed to come, millions of people. I've got so many people, Bob Saget. Bob Saget, I love you. Full house.
My overflow. They're not going to be able to get into the overflow. There were like 3 people.
It's going to be an overflow of Corona. There is no Corona. It doesn't exist. I know it doesn't exist.
It's a coverflow.
It's a coverflow of overflowing of people.
I don't think does his tongue come out a lot? I don't think so. When he tries to drink water, maybe, but
he goes.
Did you see what
he sticks it out? He's like he's like a salamander. He sticks it out and pulls it back in his mouth.
Yeah, he's like a thing in your yard. Did you see what Pink tweeted about him?
No, what'd she say?
Pink tweeted, "I've played that arena. I sold it out in 6 minutes." And
Pink can come to the cookouts.
She's from Philly, which I also lived in Philly. So like, she's solid. She's such a good person.
Yeah, I wanted to smash when I was a baby. I mean, when I was a kid. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to turn Pink brown.
Oh man, what would that be? That would be a beautiful shade of fox color, I believe.
It definitely
something
would.
Pretty.
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to go to Zany's in Nashville to get my stand-up back up in September. And my friend DL, but he was sick. He was sick going in.
Yeah.
But September, I don't know. Where are we in September? Don't do it. We don't know.
Look, man, I just had a date in Lexington in August. I don't think it's advantageous to go out.
Have you canceled it?
I've canceled so many gigs.
Have you canceled the one in Lexington?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it's in the process of getting canceled now.
It's floating right now, but I'm gonna wait and see 4 weeks and then do the right thing, because I couldn't. I was supposed to go to Canada and they closed Canada. All right, everybody. I hope you're doing okay. A lot of us are going through a weird time, and anybody that's not probably isn't coming outside of their cubicle or they live in a vault. But with everything that's going on right now, a lot of people are asking about life insurance. And I have life insurance. I have a couple different kinds. And it's important to have it if you can afford it. And people ask, can you buy life insurance now? Can you even get it during this time? And the answer is yes, you can buy life insurance during a pandemic, which is kind of a huge thing. And if you have loved ones depending on your income, you probably should. You should probably just go out and get it. I'll wait. But you don't have to wait, because you can go right on policygenius.com. That's right. It's got a .com on it, so you know it's official. But it really is a great, great thing, what this is. It as an insurance marketplace, Policy Genius is in contact with the life insurance companies on their platform every day. And what they're doing is they're keeping track of all the changes in the market so you don't have to do it, which means they can get you covered quickly and for the best price. Now, here is how it works. I know you want to know how it works, and I'm going to tell you, because that's what I'm here to do. Policy Genius compares quotes from the top life insurance companies in one place. It just takes a few minutes to compare quotes from the top insurers to find your best price. And this doesn't just save you a lot of legwork. You could save $1,500 or more a year by using Policy Genius to compare life insurance policies. See, they compare them for you. They do that broker kind of idea, but it's done in a much more, well, let me just say they do it as smart as possible, and they can save you money like a lot of other people can't. And once you apply, the Policy Genius team will handle all the paperwork and red tape for free. Red tape for free? I'd buy spools of it. So if you hit any speed bumps during the application process, they'll be there to take care of everything. They really are good. It's policygenius.com. So if you're one of the many people looking to buy life insurance right now, but you're not sure where to start, head to policygenius.com. Policy Genius will find you the best rate and handle the process completely. They'll get you and your family protected and hopefully give you one less thing to worry about. Now, I'm going to talk showbiz for a minute because the world is, sure. we can go, we'll come back to this because I can't stop thinking about it all day long anyway. I mean, I turn off the news just to try to, and I flip the channels and I go, they think that? What what world are they in? And then I switch over and go, well, that sounds right, but don't they realize that's not going to help? But we got to do. This has to work. We have to. That's what this is all about. There's no turning back. We got to make a change, and it's not just all the same change every 10, 15 years.
But listen, I will echo the same emotional feeling that I think everybody has right now. And I was talking to Lauren about this. We conversed last week. You know, he called me up, checked on me, make sure I was good. Shout out to Lauren.
I love him. He's a good man.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good man. But he was saying, and I think I have the same mindset. He says, it seems like there's a change going on ubiquitously. Like everybody around the world seems like they're fed up. Yep. Everybody around the world has had a chance to sit down and pay attention to what's going on, the injustice. And they have decided that no, in 2020, we're not going to let that slide. And it's a universal feeling. So change feels like it's coming because everybody's sick of it. And you can't ignore it now, man. Corona put us in the house for 3 months. George Floyd got us out of the house. And you have everybody out there now. It didn't take Corona away. It was a powder keg.
I mean, it was ready to go because it was all there anyway. But then you have 3 months with there's no work, and you're thinking all the time. And then you're watching the shit on the news, and you're going, what is this guy saying? What are these people saying? What are these people doing? So we got to get to higher ground. We have to, as a human race. I don't think people understand. It's the human race. It's mankind and womankind and whatever kind. Kind is a good word. I mean, and we're lacking it.
Right. It's all about basic human rights, and everybody should have those same rights. There should not be a differentiation between any race because that's not fair. You know?
Yeah, but there's people. There's people that. They're just sitting waiting. When they see a Confederate statue come down, they're angry. Do you see what they're made of? They're made of, basically, they didn't have time to make them when they made them. So they're made of like chocolate Easter bunny metal. They're made of literally almost tin foil. They're made of fucking aluminum, and they're made of the thinnest metal. When they pull them down, you can see inside them. It's all rusted with larvae inside of it. There's no bottom.
They're made of Cadbury eggs. Is that what's happening?
We could bury them in the yard and try to find them, but not on Easter.
Hey, honey, we'll do something fun next year. We're gonna bury all the. We're gonna break up the Confederate statues. We're gonna bury them in the yard. We're gonna have the kids look for them as Easter eggs. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, somebody's gonna want to make a shooting gallery out of all of them. I mean, man. We don't want to do that either. That's the thing. It's just it's got to get to a higher ground. But the pain. I mean, you must have PTSD from this thing. I mean, I don't mean to go psychology.
Real talk. No. We could talk about it. I have not. I used to run on the main road all the time, and now I don't. I stay inside of the neighborhood. That feeling of a car going past me slow and slowing up, any car that comes up to me and is slowly going past, I get so nervous. It's a fear in the pit of my stomach that I have. And for Black folks, man, it's a ubiquitous fear, man. We all have that. We all have that feeling of when we see, especially when we see an officer, like, is he having a good day or is he having a bad day? Because contingent on his mood, it's gonna dictate what my fate is. And it should never be like that, man. I shouldn't feel like I'm in danger going to Whole Foods or walking down the street or going to Marshall's to pick up whatever you pick up at Marshall's. I don't go to Marshall's no more. I used to. Maybe
I've never been in one.
Mom. Never been in a Marshall's?
No.
You're not missing anything.
I think by the time I stopped, I mean, I've been in Costco, And I've been in Target.
It's not the same. It's not the same. Target kind of, but it's not the same.
Target's got to change its name, I think.
To what?
Anything but Target. I mean, a lot of things are changing their names. I used to have a joke, and it's funny. It wasn't about the labeling on food products, but I told it on the Tonight Show to Johnny Carson. And the joke ended up being told by Johnny Carson 2 weeks later because one of his writers evidently didn't realize they lifted it from one of his guests. And the joke was right when Paul Newman's salad dressing came out, and he was on the front of it. And I said, does that mean Paul Newman is missing? And then there was there was two more stages to that joke. The second stage was that Chef Boyardee, he's been missing for like 25 years. And then the final joke was that guy on the Quaker Oats box, I don't think we're ever going to see him again.
And they stole it. They took the
first part. So what's happening now? Where are you moving now? Oh, you're plugging in Hardline.
Yeah, I gotta plug in my headphones because they're about to die.
People should look at this on YouTube, not just listen to it, because right now you're basically giving us a real estate sale of your house. It's beautiful.
This is gorgeous. This is turned into MTV Cribs.
I'm in your crib. I love the chandelier. I don't want people to know. What's your exact address? I want to go in on Zillow.
You want to know what's crazy, Bob? They actually took my house and they put it on World Star Hip Hop and Variety, man. So, like, the location it might be out there, man. It don't matter. I got a bat and I got muscles. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
That's always the joke they make fun of people, that the people break in and they got a bat. Your muscles are strong.
Yeah, so I ain't worried about it. I'll let them do whatever.
No, you're a solid man. When I hug you chest to chest, I feel different about myself. Makes me want to do a couple of sit-ups. But I'm 64. I ain't looking bad, right?
Nah, man, you look great. I didn't know you were 64. I thought you were still in your late 40s or whatever.
No,
that's crazy.
That's because of my dating range back in the day. But I never dated anybody that was against the law. You know, I never did that because and people had to go toward me. I was not a predator kind of person. Right. I was fucking Danny Tanner. You know, I couldn't. I got to be a dad. You know.
Yeah, man. He's like, I bet your girls are like, girl, I fuck Bob Saget.
Yeah, they go, I didn't have a dad. Will you be my dad? I'm like, no, I can't do that. You know who the best thing in my life, one of the things that makes me the happiest is, you know, and I've been persecuted a lot being a Jew, and like people threw pennies at my head and all kinds of terrible things and called me Saget the faggot, bad shit, you know.
Oh, that's terrible, man.
Yeah, but it's terrible. But it's not terrible compared to getting thrown to the ground with a knee on your neck, you know?
True.
Although back then it was, I think it was always worse being black. As far as being a Jew, you could weasel your way out of stuff or something, or just run away crying or something. But it's different when you got to stand up for yourself. This is a time that people need to stand up. This is that time, and it's not over. It's going to come again, because that's humanity. Because humanity is seriously flawed, and it'll never be right. It's never going to be. Humanity's never going to be right. But all we can do is put as much love into it as we can, into people like Parker, you know, and into my kids, and teach them right. People got to learn to hate. You got to be taught how to hate.
And it's easier to love somebody than it is to hate somebody.
And if you give someone like the guy, the Prez, if you give him hate, he likes it, because then it gives him ammunition to have more hate. And that's why you were in such a horrific situation that you'll never be in again, because They were coming
I
at
bet.
you. They were coming at you with hate. I mean, it wasn't like, because you think fear is what fuels someone to do that to somebody, or experience that they've experienced with other people that were on crack or something. But that still doesn't give anyone a right to do that to another human being. I mean,
Nah.
did you think about suing?
Yeah, man. I mean, I told them, I was like, you all detained the wrong black guy, and that's all I said. You know, I'm definitely going to take it to litigations, man, because it's ridiculous. You know, statute of limitations, you do have 2 years to file a report, but the reason I don't have an official report filed yet is just because of the climate of the world right now. And Bob, a week, I don't know if I've said this already, because I know I do tell this story, but a week before Ahmaud Arbery, the footage was released, that's when this happened. And then you had the George Floyd situation. So what I didn't want to do was I didn't want to distract and take away from the Black Lives Matter movement. So I was a bit apprehensive to even tell my story, because I was thinking, man, I still have my life. I could still talk about it, where you look at those other brothers and they can't say anything, So I feel like, man, like I'm saying, I'm allowed to talk about it and spread light on the situation. So I'm lucky, but I did not want to take away from it. So, and I don't take anything away from those guys. I think it's terrible that George Floyd had a knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. It's terrible that Ahmaud Arbery got shot while he was running, exercising, jogging. It's terrible that Breonna Taylor got killed in her home. It's terrible. It's just Trayvon Martin's, the Philando Castile, like all of these folks that are dying, man, martyrs. I'm like, I am not a martyr. I'm a person who's alive and I can speak about it. So I feel lucky.
Well, you've added to the conversation, and that's incredibly significant.
Yeah, man.
And I want to. Go ahead. Sorry.
I said no. I just wanted to change. I just want some change to happen.
Yeah, that's what we have to have happen. But you're still see, what's beautiful about you is to be able to still be funny. I mean, you started talking about it, but then you can't help have the little kid in you come out and be doing
a bit about it,
or jokes, but I just think that you have this unusual gift to find humor. Like when I watch Chappelle's 846, 846, he had a beginning, a middle, and an end. There was a definite theme to why that was being said. And the laughs I got out of it was him just flat out, truthfully calling people out on what he thought of them.
Yeah, like was Candace Owens and
Laura Ingraham.
Yeah,
Don Lemon. I mean, but Dave is.
I dare you, son. I dare you to say my name, nigga. I dare you to say it, son. I dare you. I want to kick Candace Owens and her stinky pussy. I'm saying it low because the baby is downstairs.
Actually, Dave does that. You actually did the right thing. Getting quieter is how you make a point.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think he said pussy pretty loud, if I recall. Yeah. But I mean, okay, let's talk about your movie for a second, because it's out now, right?
Yes, sir. 2 Minutes of Fame.
And I can see it on video on demand and on Apple and on everything, right?
Yep. You can see it on Amazon, you can see it on demand, and you can see it on iTunes. And at the end of the summer, I believe it's going to be on a movie network, major movie network. I can't say which one, but I know which one it is. But there's an H in it, so there you go.
Oh,
narrow it down.
Narrow it down. On the Heroin Network.
The Harlot Network. The Harlot, whore spelled the wrong way. Yes, that's where we're airing this.
The Whore Network.
Yeah, man.
That's not a nice word. I apologize.
The whole network. That's what's going on. The whole network.
Oh.
H-O. The whole network.
That's brilliant. So it's kind of like HBO without the B.
There you go.
But I know it looks really interesting. It looks like a guy trying to figure out how to do stand-up.
That's exactly what it is.
And you worked with Cat Williams, which is how much fun, and do you have any stories to share? Because I've known him a really long time.
Cat Williams, first of all, despite what reports have said about Cat, man, and I'm not even gonna talk about that. Cat Williams is a great, humble, smart, kind man that gets a bad rap just because of situations that happen to him.
Yeah.
And he's such a great actor, and he's just so personable. And I'm a Cat fan, man. Like I didn't know Cat Williams knew anything about me, or even watched a Jay Pharoah clip. But meeting Cat, he said, Jay, I just want to let you know something, sir. Jay, you my favorite. I just want to let you know you my favorite. You my favorite. And then when he called, because we had trailers right beside each other. So, he had asked for me to come in his trailer, and I'm thinking, oh, it's Cat. We're going to chill, whatever. We're going to talk, whatever. No, he called me in there because his children wanted to take a picture with me because they were fans of me. So for that to come around like that, and for him to be like, my babies want to take a picture, they're super fans, you take a picture? I said, absolutely. Because I had that same feeling about you when I was their age. So the fact that it's all coming full circle just shows me that I'm on the right path, that's been ordained, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Oh,
and
you are. You definitely are.
Me being here with you, man, is a stamp. It's a stamp saying, you know what? My dreams are coming true. And for my little 2 minutes of fame that I had way back in the day, it has expanded into this mogul, into what I am now. And I'm just so appreciative of it, man. I can't, and that's it. Real talk.
Well, you're young. How old are you?
32. Turned 32 in October. So.
That makes me want to cut one of my nuts off. I can't believe that. So
well, you really only need one.
Apparently, but I had a vasectomy, so you need to have some, but I liked it. I gave it to myself. I got the kit on Amazon. It's called the Weed Whacker. No, that's a different product. No, that's a product. That's one of my sponsors. All right, I'm going to talk about sleeping because I like it, I need it, and I'm not good at it. I've always had a hard time sleeping. I've had problems with my neck, problems with my side, problems with my brain. It doesn't go to bed. My brain don't turn off. And I have a daughter that's like that as well, and the bed has a lot to do with it. And if you're on the road like I haven't been for a while, I can't wait to go out there again and sleep on beds that are still not as good as what I'm about to tell you about, because it's helixsleep.com. Helix is a great mattress. I know this because I just got one for my daughter, and she can't believe how amazing it is. And she can't believe she was sleeping on basically a couple pieces of bread. I don't know what she was sleeping on, cardboard. I don't know where she found it. But I'm going to explain to you a few things. A lot of people can't sleep. You're watching TV. You're watching the news. Your love life's messed up or whatever, or you want a love life and you're sad. You can't sleep. Any other drama that goes on, what's going on in the world right now, it is really upsetting. And no matter where you fall, you can't sleep. And if you fall, you got to sleep because you're going to need to rest because you just fell. And sleeping on a terrible mattress, before a Helix experience, I don't know where to begin, but I'm going to. I'm just happy that if I can help put you to sleep. I'm not a veterinarian, and that's not what I'm talking about. But well, here's the deal. Helix Sleep makes personalized mattresses right here in America and ships straight to your door with free no-contact delivery, free returns, and a 100-night sleep trial. You see how I just went right into that? Let me explain more. To choose a mattress, Helix made a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. It doesn't matter what your girth is. It doesn't matter if you're a string bean or a float in the Thanksgiving Day parade. Helix will make a mattress that will fit you perfectly. If you like a mattress that's really soft or firm, you sleep on your side or your back or your stomach, or you sleep really hot, which a lot of people do. With Helix, there's a specific mattress for each and everybody's unique taste. Now, I took the quiz and I was matched with, I don't know, somebody I didn't even know. Oh, that was on Tinder. No, I took the quiz and I was matched with the Helix mattress that I wanted, because I wanted someone that felt, I don't know, medium, and I sleep on my side back stomach. I don't know what to check on the thing. I move around all night. Sometimes I don't know. I could be sandwiched. I got a box spring that sometimes you can bring up the back and stuff. Helix is amazing. It accommodates whatever kind of bottom platform you have. I'm sleeping better. I fall asleep kind of right away because my wife knocks me out. And, my wife loves it. I love it. My daughter loves it. And the three of us are not together. Don't get any weird ideas. She lives far away, miles and miles away. And it's just an amazing thing. And let me say what's also great. Delivery is quick and easy. And I have been recommending this to my friends. I love Helix because you don't need to take my word for it. You can take their word for it, or my daughter. But I don't want you talking to her because I'm a good dad, Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ, Wired Magazine, and Apartment Therapy. And who hasn't had therapy and lived in an apartment? A lot of people. Just go to helixsleep.com/Bob. That's right. Not /Bob, not a verb, but helixsleep.com, that /, and then Bob, B-O-B. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that'll give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, and you can try to get it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. And I'm trying to figure out what I just said. You try to get it out for 100 nights risk-free. I've always tried to get it out, but sometimes it just don't want to come out. But you can get this mattress, and for 100 nights, you can try it out, and it's risk-free. That's what I was trying to say. Also, right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders. You heard me right. Right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off of all mattress orders. Get up to $200 off at helixsleep.com/Bob. And sleep good. Sleep with me. Well, don't do that, but sleep like I sleep. Are you inspired by Kevin Hart? Because he is an inspiration. Inspired because he is a motivational machine. I'm saying there's a hashtag before everything he says. He makes me want to work out.
Kevin Hart has taken the comedy infrastructure, and he has definitely evolved it past a lot of barriers that people didn't think that could be passed or broken. So definitely, Kev is an inspiration with his story for sure, bro. Like it's super inspirational, and he's like one of those moguls, like a Will Smith or like a Denzel or somebody who can really incite some change. So definitely, man, what Kevin has done, and I think Jerry Seinfeld had told him the same thing, and a lot of comedians have echoed it, man. But it's like, yo, you have single-handedly evolved comedy into a new wave, and before that, before Kevin hit, it was Cat. Cat was supposed to have that position. And I still hold and believe that Cat Williams, as far as the truth goes, as far as being able to tell it fearlessly, he's one of the comedians of our generation who has that. And Kevin is the comedian of our generation who showed you that as a comedian, besides Eddie Murphy, because Eddie Murphy first showed you that you can be a rock star as a comedian.
Well, that was the comedic comedy rock star shit. Comic rock star shit is one of Kevin's hashtags that he's always saying, because he can fill 20,000 seats in a second
with no problem. No problem. I'll say this too, man. And I know we're talking about it. I know a lot of people talk about Kev in a negative way, but how can you speak negatively on a person
who's just tried to show everybody that comedy has more, and there are certain heights that you can achieve if you work hard enough and if you apply yourself. And basically that's all it comes down to, is applying yourself. Because most comedians get downtime and they just smoke weed and wait for the next gig.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin didn't do that. Kevin took his fitness, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
He took Heartbeat Productions. You know, he took the LOL network. He's a mogul in
He's
his
a machine
own, like,
and television
he's a machine.
and a bona fide movie star.
Listen, Bob, swear to
This
God,
is what
I'm gonna say
that's
this.
why I brought him up, so you do this.
I know you were trying to say this so I could do it, but had to put some change down. First of all, look, I'm 5'4". Doesn't matter. I'm a big man. Big man, I'm 5'4", but I got an 18-foot personality. Swear to God, look at it. Look at the damn statue. Look at the statue, Bob. Bob, guess what? You did Full House. If I do it, it's gonna be a whole apartment complex. I swear to God. It's gonna be a full, listen, it's gonna be a full 2-bedroom, swear to God, full penthouse. I got all, look, what I'm trying to tell you is whatever you do, I'm gonna overdo it.
Yeah, man, Kevin's the inspiration. Can I segue real quick? And I will say this, and I know, listen, have you seen The Joker? You've seen The Joker. Right?
Yes, I like to watch it before I go to bed. It makes me feel so calm.
That's what helps you sleep at night.
Yeah.
Just people just burning down towns and riots and Robert De Niro getting shot in the face.
Right.
Well,
I was watching the news and then I just switched over to De Niro getting shot. So it was
it was kind of the same thing. Like you didn't even know there was a switch.
Interesting. But it was right before all that. It's in the air. Artists kind of feel things and show them before things happen.
Right.
I mean, we've been watching precursors to this for a long time, and there'll be a lot more. Go ahead. Sorry.
But the part where Joaquin Phoenix, the height of the scene, where he's like, "How's about another joke, Murray? What do you get when you get a loner that we got abandoned by society and treated like trash? I'll show you what you get. You get what you freaking deserve." And he pops De Niro. The way De Niro died made me laugh. And I know it's bad, but he died like, forget about it. Like, he was just sitting there like this.
Yeah, he made the wince. He made the De Niro wince.
I was like, yo, I feel bad, but I just, Bob, you would give me so much solace if you tell me that you laughed at that part too. Tell me you laughed at that part, the way he died. It was funny.
I kind of, you know what? I have to admit there was something humorous also in when he shot him, the chair, his hosting chair, just kind of went back like a foot. It was a comic. It was real fast. It was boom. And so you know that there was an effect that was being done at the same time, but the chair went back. And I think they sped it up is my guess. I'm not sure. But for those listening that have not seen The Joker, De Niro is perfectly healthy at the end of it and all ready for the sequel.
He's definitely going to be in Joker 2.
Who's your favorite comedian? Jay, who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian? Bob Saget. Why would I do that?
Mine's Jay Pharoah.
It's Bob Saget. Why would I say that?
Who would you say is your biggest couple influences?
Come on, man. We can narrow this down. Eddie Murphy, of course.
Yeah.
I would say Robin Harris.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac.
That
Chris
guy.
Rock. Dave and Richard Pryor, I would say. But Richard Pryor is like.
I'm looking at Richard right up here. I got a picture of him on the wall, and it says "To Bob with Love." And
oh man,
I could. He's. I was talking to him, and I said, "When did you find out you were funny?" And I'll say, I know when mine was. And at the same time, we went 4 years old. And it was all about survival. It was about just trying to survive. Because he was in, that house of prostitution.
Yeah, man. He was in a whorehouse. A Madam's Palace, man. Yeah.
Yeah, in Peoria, Illinois. I don't think it was a palace, but maybe. You look like you're in a palace right now. It's gorgeous.
And I mean, my house. Listen, I'm not going to give you the MTV Cribs view again, but I've done pretty well for myself, Bob. I'm not hurting out here.
I got a lot of feng shui through these walls. Things are good. My wife's at the end of this feng shui.
I bet. And some nice lingerie. I bet, Bob.
I have a story for you that you're going to love. Lingerie. She doesn't do a lot. I'm in lingerie. I wear it.
You wear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fredericks of Hollywood, Breakaway.
Victoria's Secret. Maybe some Yandy.com, something like that.
Yeah,
right?
I get there's a cheaper brand than Victoria's Secrets. There's let me think.
It's called Saran Wrap.
I go to Finite 21.
What the heck is that?
It means it's not forever. It's just for a moment.
Oh, Find Out 21. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. I'm
It's
sorry,
not good.
my brain didn't break
No,
it down.
you're funny. I'm not. That's the difference right here, Jay.
No, man, that's funny, man.
Here's a little piece of history we didn't get to talk about. Maybe we did when we were in Austin, but I was hosting the Comedy Store when Eddie worked out Raw. So
wow.
I brought Eddie out. Did I tell you this?
No.
So you'll
No.
love this. You'll love this because it means what a genius he is. And I'd never seen anything like it. And I learned from comedians. And that's, and it's not like I'm going to take anything of their attitude. You follow your own drum on what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. Eddie comes out in, I'm not sure if it was the red leather suit or the blue leather suit. It was one of those two. Looking like Superman. I mean, it just, handsome. I wanted to mount him. And I'm straight. But I mean, what are you going to do? Handsome he was like a hero, Comes out on stage, crowd goes crazy, standing ovation. This was on a Friday night. Did about 50 minutes and had a really great set, and it was going to be Raw. And Raw, he shot it like a month or two later, and the crowd gave him an amazing ovation. He came back the following Friday in the opposite color suit, whether if it was blue the first time, it was red the next time, and he would know. I'm sure he would know because he made history with that.
Did he do a different 45 minutes? Because
did
Raw
the
was
same. He did the same, but he embellished it. I don't know. I think I heard that he had done a couple sets at the Improv that week, but it became a half an hour longer, and he opened with a standing ovation, and I swear to God, I've seen everybody in that used to be Ciro's in the main room at the Comedy Store, pretty much everybody. And Robin would blow the roof off. Sam Kennison would blow the roof off. Different people that were...
They're in my top 10, by the way.
They were friends of mine. I mean, I got Sam his first spot at the Comedy Store. I introduced him to Mitzi. And I introduced him to Rodney Dangerfield because I'm a tree. I'm 150. But Eddie came back a Friday later, and the walls shook at the end of the set. I never felt anything in that building. It's only a 400-seat room. Literally, the room was physically shaking. People were all standing and pounding the table, and I'd never seen anything like it in my life. And I come out to say what you don't... I come out. What am I going to say? Eddie Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. You can't say that.
You can't follow that. You're not going to follow that.
You can't follow anything. There was no reason.
Right.
Just shut off the lights. It's over, right? But there was another hour of show or more, and he gave me eye contact at the end, and he just nodded at me like a soldier in battle because he was the general. It was an amazing, and I was in awe. I just said, I think I said that was amazing, and then he just stared at me and gave me a nod because he knew exactly what he had done, and he knew how to do it, and that's what I think.
Yes.
Kevin Hart has that. You figure out a certain way. When somebody says to me, "Are you going to be funny tonight?" I'm sure you've heard this. It's like asking your pilot, "Are you going to get to Cleveland?" It's like, I have to be funny.
Right.
Right.
That's what.
I mean, for a comedian, man, there's nothing better than getting up. There's nothing better than getting up, ripping, and getting that standing ovation at the end, man. You know, so much in my 20s, man, I'm like, yo, I gotta get that stand. Even now, you know what I mean? Even now, if I don't get a standing ovation, I don't take pictures. I'm like, forget y'all. I'm like, I put on I do an hour and a half, really? And you didn't? Okay. That's two stand-up specials. That's right. 2 stand-up specials.
No, you're destructive. You destroy. That's the truth.
You destroy. I hope one day, literally, bro, I hope this next special that I'm working on, with everything that I've gone through, with all the experiences over the last 5 years that have happened to me, man, I hope I get that. I hope I get that. You know what I'm saying? That room, I hope so. I will be validated when that happens.
It's inevitable. It is, because you're a kid. You're 31. I met you were 25. You were 20. You have the wisdom that people don't have at that age. How did you get it? Where did it come from?
I'm not from here, Bob. I'm from then you know I'm from Neptune, Bob. I'm not from Earth.
That's what it is. You're from another universe.
Yep, and I have 6 fingers to prove it.
I have 6 when I put my hand over my crotch. There's a 6th one crawling out. It doesn't got a nail on it.
No, but it has a head and a hole.
It does. I don't know why that finger drips.
Wait, and you're definitely circumcised. That's good.
Oh yeah,
you definitely are.
They did it a few times just to bum me out.
You got some itches cut off, Bob.
They kept whacking. They were whittling it.
It's like, come on, man. I don't have too much to work with. You're gonna okay, all right. I guess do what you got to do. I'll manage.
Keep going. I'll wind up married. Jay, man. You're headed for so much greatness, and you're so brave and amazing to be able to tell this story of what's happened to you and be able to do it with such dignity and waving a banner for what's going on right now, which is so important. I just want to thank you for it. I'm so sorry it happened to you.
Nah, man, listen, it's life, Bob. I think it had to happen because I think as a black man in America, it woke me up. As an entertainer, it's caused me to dig deep and try to find the funny in the situation. And man, just as a human, I just want everybody to be allotted the same type of treatment and equality. And if I can incite any type of change, I've done my job. I don't need a check, man. I'm paid. I'm a celebrity. I'm working. I have stuff coming out. Like stuff is popping. I don't need any extra shit. I'm just trying to make my voice heard, make it poignant, and hopefully give somebody the fuel to save their life. That's all I'm trying to do, man. Real talk. So
I love you, Jay.
Love you too, man. You know, we're gonna hang out. You in LA?
I fucking am. Where I'm right now, we could drive to each other if it wasn't dangerous. I mean, I don't want to. I gotta stay careful. I believe in it. I believe if they say this thing is catchy, I'm wearing a mask.
Dude,
and
it is. I lost one of my friends. Fred the Godson is a rapper in New York. He passed away due to COVID-19. My uncle had it. Some of my church members have passed away. I want to let everybody know that this is not a hoax. This is not something that the government is making up to distract you from anything. People are losing their lives and you have to be safe. Coronavirus don't got CNN. Coronavirus didn't watch CNN and see George Floyd and all the rest of them black martyrs that have been slayed and say, oh, racial injustice. Well, I guess I'll go this way. No, Corona didn't do that. Corona said, bring your fat ass out here and see what happens. I got you. I got you. And it turned to Oprah. You get the Rona. You get the Rona. Everybody gets the Rona. So you have to be careful out there, man. So
and our leaders aren't wearing the mask, and they're not sending out the message that needs to be sent, which listen, man, it ain't over.
We ain't had a leader since November 2016.
And that's what made me want to stand up and be out there more to try to ease the pain of everybody who has no father. There's no father of this country right now.
No. I mean, we need one. And hopefully within the next 4 years, we find some type of leadership,
We will. I think we will. I really do. I'm praying for it, I found myself praying a lot more than I was.
That's good, Bob. I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm getting closer to the Lord. That's good, Bob.
I think so. I've been confused for a long time because I had so much death in my family. Lost a couple sisters, lost my parents. When all that happens,
sorry to hear that.
You're supposed to go toward the faith, whatever.
But it kind of pushed you away from it, right?
Made me go, well, that thing that people do. If there's a God, then why is this happening?
Right.
And I'm sure people have been asking themselves that during this whole thing.
Yeah.
But they turn to God, and that's the beauty of it, that they do that.
And that might be his ultimate plan, just to get you to pay attention to him.
But somebody had to pay attention to this, and we need more love, I'll tell you that. So
for sure.
Well, we're going to see each other, and we're going to have some fun when this is all.
Man.
Yeah. Give me the vaccine. I'm coming over. I'll give you the reach around.
Hey, I went to the orthodontics yesterday because I had to get my trays checked or whatever. And the lady came out with a thermometer gun and she aimed it at me. And I was like, oh, you don't watch the news, do you? She started laughing like, I'm sorry, but I'm like, oh, not again.
This is the time for the comeback of rectal thermometers. This is the time. Because nobody's saying, don't have somebody breathe into your butt. Nobody's saying that.
Hey, nobody's concerned about you. Nobody's worried about the butt. It's all about the mouth. They don't even care about your eyes. Your eyes are open.
I know guys, unfortunately, that are so sick they care about both a lot.
Want your butt and I want your mouth. Both of them.
That's what I call you'll be my fiance then. I will marry you if I got your butt in your mouth.
She does anal. I guess she passes the test. I'll marry you.
Let me give you this.
Is that your entry? Is that your entry exam?
Do you have a ring? That? I got a ring around your butt. Will you stay well, man. Jay? I love talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you so much. It's going to be a lot of fun when we see each other.
Yes, sir. Let's turn up, Mr. Saget.
Thanks for doing this, Jay.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Nice talking to you. Be well. Say hi to Patton.
I will. Patton Oswald? I will.
No. Who's the kid in your house? What's his name?
Oh, Parker.
Patton Oswald. Say hi to Patton Oswald.
You'll probably see him, but he'll probably be at your cookout before mine. But okay, I'll give him the word.
Say hi to Parker. Tell him Danny Tanner says hi. See if he recognizes it. He looks too young to know.
Yeah, he's 3. He doesn't know, but he knows Fuller House, so he'll know you. Okay. He'll know Fuller House.
Yeah, tell him I'm the dad that pays for everything on the show.
Okay, I got you.
Be well.
Thank you, man.
Lots of love, Jay.
My brother.
Me too. Love you.
All right. Love you,
Bye.
Man. See you.
See you later. Well, that was the incredibly wonderful Jay Pharoah. I just love him. And my heart hurts for what he went through, which is representative of what a lot of people are going through. So my heart's there for everybody. So I'll be talking to you soon on the very next episode of Bob Saget's Here For You. And call that number at the top. And don't forget to subscribe, right? And comment and rate. And that'd be 5 stars. Comment is best thing ever. I love that episode, that kind of stuff. I'll write them for you if you want and just put them on there. And there's also that number up there that you can call and leave your name, number, and what you want to talk about. And I'll let you know on Twitter and Instagram when I'm going to call you guys and see what's up and see how you're doing through this crazy world that we are in. And I'll talk to you soon. And everybody stay well and wear a mask because, you know, you got that sore there on your mouth. You want to cover that up. All right. Later. All right, everybody. I hope you're doing okay. A lot of us are going through a weird time, and anybody that's not probably isn't coming outside of their cubicle or they live in a vault. But with everything that's going on right now, a lot of people are asking about life insurance. And I have life insurance. I have a couple different kinds. And it's important to have it if you can afford it. And people ask, can you buy life insurance now? Can you even get it during this time? And the answer is yes, you can buy life insurance during a pandemic, which is kind of a huge thing. And if you have loved ones depending on your income, you probably should. You should probably just go out and get it. I'll wait. But you don't even have to wait because you can go right on policygenius.com. That's right. It's got a .com on it, so you know it's official. But it really is a great thing, what this is. As an insurance marketplace, Policy Genius is in contact with the life insurance companies on their platform every day. And what they're doing is they're keeping track of all the changes in the market so you don't have to do it, which means they can get you covered quickly and for the best price. Now, here is how it works. I know you want to know how it works, and I'm going to tell you because that's what I'm here to do. Policy Genius compares quotes from the top life insurance companies in one place. It just takes a few minutes to compare quotes from the top insurers to find your best price. And this doesn't just save you a lot of legwork. You could save $1,500 or more a year by using Policy Genius to compare life insurance policies. See, they compare them for you. They do that broker kind of idea, but it's done in a much more, well, let me just say they do it as smart as possible and they can save you money like a lot of other people can't. And once you apply, the Policy Genius team will handle all the paperwork and red tape for free. Red tape for free? I'd buy spools of it. So if you hit any speed bumps during the application process, they'll be there to take care of everything. They really are good. It's policygenius.com. So if you're one of the many people looking to buy life insurance right now, but you're not sure where to start, head to policygenius.com. Policy Genius will find you the best rate and handle the process completely. They'll get you and your family protected and hopefully give you one less thing to worry about.